moving on to my next one. Don't be negative. So oftentimes, when we think about creativity, we say, "Oh no, a problem! Oh no!" We often think of a problem. Now, what I want to encourage you guys is to think that a problem is an opportunity. Don't think of a problem as a problem, but think of it as an opportunity to learn from it. And problems often give us that obstacle to say that, don't really use your mind, don't think of creativity, but if it's a problem, you think it's a problem. Moving on to the second point is, I can't do it, or there's nothing I can do. Oftentimes when you say I can't do it, you can't do it. You got to change your attitude. And this oftentimes, when we recognizing I can't do it, if there's nothing I can do, you're putting yourself in that mind hole that you can't do it. And that often restricts you. And you often think, maybe a mathematician can do this, or maybe a mechanic can build a bigger world. That's often the mindset that we have, and that's not what I want all of us to do. I want us all to, think of it as a challenge. So moving on, but I'm not creative. I don't believe that. Just look at you all right now. You guys are wearing creative clothes, and you know what? I'm being creative. I'll take it off my shirt. I don't want to be formal with you all. I want to be creative. And when you think of creativity, don't be held down by the problems of the world. Be creative. Alright? So, what people think don't really matter. Say this all with me. I don't care.
I don't care.
Louder. I don't care.
I don't care.
Alright, so when people think, when you think of creativity, you think, oh, they might say something, they might say this, they might say that. I want you guys, already, people are talking about you simply by how you wear your clothes, or how you talk, or who you go out with. So, it doesn't matter what people think, because, haters just keep on hating. That's all I'm going to say. So, I might fail. That's right when you think of creativity, I might fail. It's automatically the first idea that pops into your head, because oftentimes we are not optimistic about life, and then and many things. And a fine example is Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, as you may all, I'm not too sure if those from overseas, but Thomas Edison wanted to build the idea of electricity bulb, which we use today. But he used everything that he could find. It is often said that he also used his friend's beard's hair. I don't know why, but one asks about Thomas Edison, why did you, all these failed attempts, don't you feel bad about it? And he said, no, I learned 1,000 more ways not how to make electric bulb. So when you think of what failed, don't relate it to creativity. Moving on to my next topic is positive attitudes. Simply be curious. Be curious in life. With creativity, we have to be curious in order to build that creativity. Challenge yourself. Like the body is, we need to exercise also our brain. By challenging ourselves, we became more creative. Believing most problems can be solved. Once again, believing that that failing is not an option. Failing is not an option. But believing that I can do this. Be creative in life. And moving on is suspending judgment and criticism. Judgment. People. Your judgment towards life. The problem is that I can't do it, or criticism that you will never do it. People tell you you can't figure this out, you can't be creative, tell them, forget you. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Repeat after me. I can do this.
I can do this.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. All right. So already we are getting into that positive attitude towards life, towards becoming more creative. And problems lead to improvement. Problems lead to improvement in the sense that as people, as we all are, as public and communication majors, we often face that problems, but you know, we have to be more creative. And if that obstacle is blocked one way, move the other way. There's more than one option, I'm pretty sure. And this is a picture, and this is sorry, not a picture, but a diagram which G.W. Lloyd from Creativity is a Success, and what he writes is that internal motivation from within. So this is all that's from here, the heart and the mind. Creative thinking, your capacity to think outside the box and put existing ideas together in a new combination. And resources, your knowledge, expertise, all these resources. And when you are able to put internal motivation, creative thinking, and resource together, voila, you get creativity. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. All right, so that brings me to the end of my my speech. And today I've talked about creativity. I've talked about how we can recognize what creativity is, the ability to process. The second one was talking about the obstacles that we face that often don't motivate us to be creative thinkers. But I want you all, as you leave this class, I want you all to be creative in the sense that anything is possible. Be curious, challenge yourself in every aspect of life, and just be more curious overall. Thank you.